What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Invest in Myself. If you guys have not done so yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We upload videos weekly about wealth building strategies. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Today we will be answering the lifelong question, should I pay off my debt or should I invest first? And are you guys ready for the answer? And the answer is, it all depends. So there's really no cookie cut answer, but I want to give you guys some things to think about when you are choosing whether to focus on paying off all your debt or focus on investing, or when you should stop focusing on paying your debt and start investing. So first thing you want to look at is the interest rate on your debt. Now, if the interest rate is 10% or higher, most likely you are going to want to focus on paying off debt first. And the reason why you would want to focus on debt first, because there's no return that you can invest in that's going to give you 10% or higher. It's very rare. So for example, if you have a credit card that has 27% interest on it, there's no way that you can invest in the stock market or invest in real estate that's going to give you a 27% return. So most likely you're going to be losing money throughout the year because that credit card interest is outrageous. So in a sense, the best investment you can make in that scenario is investing in paying off the debt. Now, majority of the debts that are 10% or more, you're definitely looking at credit cards, personal loans, maybe even a car loan. Definitely get those paid off quickly. Now, let's say you're looking at your debts and they're like 5% or lower. You may want to focus on investing. There are investments that can give you a return of over 5% that will probably be more strategic than paying off those debts that are 5% or lower. So for example, a debt that could have a very low interest rate would be a mortgage. Mortgage is typically now maybe 3 to 5% that you can obtain. So in this case, it may be more beneficial to start investing than to focus all your time and efforts on getting rid of the mortgage. Now, one thing to think about when you are making this decision, investing is not a guaranteed rate of return. Now, when you are paying off your debt, that is a guaranteed rate of return. So for example, if I put my money in the stock market, on average, what is it, about 6-7%? Who knows what this year is going to do? It may not be 6%. Another example would be investing in, let's say, rental properties. Yes, you can crunch all the numbers, but what if something happens and you have to fork over a lot of your cash flow? Your rate on return of that year maybe wasn't 6 or 7%. Now, when you are paying off your credit card and putting that money onto the credit card, and we're using the velocity banking strategy, it is guaranteed that you are getting a 27% rate on return for paying that off. So let's talk about a scenario where the debt and the investment are very close in the interest rate and the rate of return. Let's say you have a student loan and it's 5%, and you're looking at investing in rentals in a certain area and it's bringing a 7% rate of return. Now, with the student loan, even though the interest rate is only 5%, it is a guaranteed 5% that you will be saving. With the rental property, you have a potential of 7%, but who knows what's going to happen? Most likely something's going to happen where you don't get that full 7% return. So in that scenario, since it's so close, what I would lean towards is paying off your student loan. So in essence, if you are finding an investment that is very high compared to the interest rate of your debt, then you may want to focus on investing. If your debts are sky high on interest rate, you're definitely going to want to focus on paying off those debts as quickly as possible. So just remember, this question is going to keep popping up periodically. So when you pay off a debt, you're going to ask yourself, now should I invest or should I pay off another debt? Now I'm going to keep it transparent. Every time me and my girl, we meet a goal, we always refocus back onto this question. Now, my girl by nature, she's more focused on defense. And what defense is when you're paying off all your debts. She doesn't want any debt. She rather not invest. She just wants to pay off all her debt. So the pro to this, it's a guaranteed rate of return. So when you're paying off the debt, that 27% credit card, that's a 27% rate on return. Now the con to this, it doesn't increase cash flow rapidly. So when we focus on paying off a 30-year mortgage, and it takes us 5 to 7 years using the velocity banking strategy, that could have been 5 to 7 years where we could have invested it into real estate and increased our cash flow. Now me, I'm more investor. I like the cash flow. I want to speed up the cash flow expeditiously. So I rather invest than to focus on paying off all my debt. Now the pro to this again is obviously the increase of cash flow. So I like to invest in real estate properties and rent them out to increase my cash flow. Even though my debts aren't paid off, in essence, this can allow me to live a more comfortable lifestyle because I have a more increased cash flow coming in every single month. The con to it is that it's not a guaranteed rate of return. So some years, I may have to put more into a property than others. And maybe one year I don't have to really put anything into the property. So I hope this short video helped you guys answer the age-old question, should I focus on paying off my debt or should I focus on investing? Again, if you have not hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it down below. Check out the other videos. We have videos on how to velocity bank and pay off your debt at an accelerated rate. We also have videos of how to leverage your line of credit to invest. Hope everybody has a good day, and we will be dropping a new video next week. Peace out.